Hi guys, welcome to PR Software Training Institute. So today we'll be starting the Django project. So and the project name is about Office Management System. Okay. So here our project layout will be looking like this. The project layout will be looking like this. In this, what we are able to see is Office Employee Management System is our project title. So in this, we will be seeing how to four options I've created. In that, first option is view all employees. Second option is add an employee. Third one is remove an employee. And the fourth one is filter employee details. Okay. So if you're clicking on view all employees, then what is happening is how many employees are present there in our database. That database list will be shown. So one list is having. So second option, if you go add an employee. So here you will be able to add an employee. Let's try by adding some name. So let's try like adding some name. So last name, let's take like Vardhini, Harsha Vardhini. Let's take salary as 12,000. And the department and the role you need to mention in an integer format, not in a database format. That I'll explain in the project thing. So bonus, let's expect like 5,000. So phone number we need to enter. Phone number, let's enter like phone number I have entered. Submit. So whenever you are pressing submit, what is happening? Employee added success. Means employee is getting added. Once go back here and check view all employees, whether employee details got added or not. So here you can see Harsha details got added, right? So this is the way which you can add your employee details. Okay. So what is our next option? Remove an employee. So remove an employee, if you're clicking, whoever all the employees are there in your database, it will be showing you all the employee names. Whoever name you want delete, you will be able to delete. Let's delete here Rishi Kumar. Click on it. So what it is saying, employee removed. Once go back and check with your view all employees whether Rishi Kumar is present or not. So Rishi Kumar has been deleted, right? This is our first thing. Next step is filter employee details. Means suppose if you're having thousands of employees in your office, if you want to filter, means based upon some criteria, if you want to filter, then and second option I've taken as role. So let's take department as DVLOPER, developer. Then press submit. So whoever is having a developer role, all the details will be displaying. So presently I'm not having any developer, so it is not displaying any details. Okay. So it like team lead. Okay. Team lead is a role. It is also not there, so it is not displaying. Whoever roles are there, only that details will be displayed. So normally if you click on submit, it will be displaying you all the details. Normally if I click on the details, what is saying? It is displaying you all the details. So like this is our basic project layout, which we will be doing in this thing. Okay. So let's start with the project thing. So minimizing, just start with the project thing. So the project thing, if you're starting, what is the first thing we need to do? The first thing we need to do is we need to create a Django project, right? We need to create a Django project. So where we will create, choose any location. Let's go for the E drive. So in this E drive, I want to create my Django project. In this E drive, open the command prompt. Type CMD. Yeah. Command prompt got opened in that particular location. So now to do is, now we need to create our project. It's like base folder. So how to create a base folder? We need to write D I admin start project name we need to give, right? Project name, let's give like PRSOF So here you can see in the background, it created the application, means the base folder create. Let's check the base folder. So whenever I open my base folder and my manage.py got created. But what I need to create next, I need to create my application also, right? Where we need to create an application inside the base folder. So to enter the base folder, cd our software underscore office underscore management. Okay, press enter. You will be entering into that particular directory. So now what we need to do is we need to create an application. So how to create? Start app name we need to give. Let's give app name as PR software underscore app I am giving. Okay, so this is my application name. So now in the background you can see application also got created, right? So now what we need to do is export this whole thing, means export the base folder which is having a project, open, so in which drive we are having in D. Open the E drive. In this, our project is PR software underscore office underscore management, right? Click on it and this window means the current location it will be opening in this directory. Okay. Got exported to the PyCharm, right? So this is our project and this is our app. So once open it, so first what we need to do is first we need to go to the projects setting. So here first thing what we need to do is we need to go to the installed apps and we will be registering the application whatever we have created. So why to register the application user? Because unless and until you register your application in the installed apps, whatever the application you have created, that is of no use. Whenever you are registering the application whatever you have created in the installed apps, then only that application will be working. Okay, first thing we need to write PR software underscore app dot apps dot p capital PR software software underscore will be neglected here, and after underscore whatever it is there, the starting letter should be capital. So what is there here? App is there, means underscore neglected and a capital app config. In config, C should be capital CONFIG config. Okay. This is the way which we will be registering our application. So after registering the application, just scroll down. Here you can see templates, right? So templates, why we'll be using? Templates will be using for the HTML storing purpose. Okay. So in the DIRs, we need to set the path base underscore DIR. So why to write base underscore DIR? Because here in the DIRs, what we need to do is we need to set the path. And your base DIR is a variable which is used to hold the path. In the top, you can see like base DIR variable already it is existing, right? So what it is doing, it is holding the path of our project. So that's why instead of writing the whole path, what we are doing is whatever the variable means base dir is a variable which is holding the path. So that direct that variable we are registering it. Okay. So after registering the variable, keep comma and write templates. So why it is the use of templates here? So after writing a templates, what we need to do is we need to create a templates directory. So what is the use of it means? It is used for writing all the HTML files in one place. So right click on the project, go to new and select directory and give the name templates templates. So here whatever the name you are giving, with the same name only you need to create a directory. With the same name only you will need to create a directory. If you're changing the name again, error will be occurring. Okay. So templates directory got created. So now after this, what we need to do is scroll it down a little bit. And here you can see the database logic, and the by default database it is showing is SQLite. But we are not working with the SQLite. We will be working with the MySQL concept. So for that, what I'll do is I will copy this thing and I will comment this thing. So why to comment this thing? Can I change this database logic only? The answer will be no, sir. Why? Because in future, if you are feeling that you will be working with an SQLite 3, again, then what we need to do? Again, we need to write the code from the scratch, right? Instead of that, what we are doing is we are just commenting it. Means in future, again, if you're thinking to work with SQLite 3, just you can uncomment it and you can use it instead of writing the whole code. Okay. So here, write the database name, whatever you are working. So here django.db.backends is a predefined path holding variable, path holding, it will be holding a path. So we'll not be disturbing it. Only we'll be changing our database logic, means whichever database you are working, the database we need to give. So after that, go to name and here give your database name, whatever the database you want, the database name you need to mention. Let's mention the database like PRsoft underscore office underscore MANAGM. PR underscore office underscore management is my database name. So next, after that, write down here user. So write user in caps. User, we'll be writing our database username. Okay. So next we'll be writing password. So here we are writing user and password in caps, right? So what is use of writing user and password in caps means, as we are in a nested dictionary. So here key and value format, if it is following, that is a dictionary, right? But here what is happening? Dictionary inside dictionary. That is nothing but an nested dictionary. So whenever you are going with nested dictionary, whatever the key is present in that should be capital. That's why here we are writing user and password also should be in capitals. If you're writing in small, again, you will not be able to access that thing. So now after writing this, what we need to do is go to the MySQL and create a database with this name. Go to MySQL and create a database here. Create database. What database? PRsoft underscore office underscore management. So query got okay. So next type a command, use space PRsoft underscore office underscore management. So why to use this command? Because database has been created. So if you want to work in means if you want to perform any operation, then what we need to do is we need to enter into database, right? So this use command is used for entering into the database which you have created. So now after typing this command, what is happening? Database change means my present cursor position has been changed to this database location. Okay. So now after this, what we need to do is we need to go to the projects init file and we'll be writing an importing process to connect our PyMySQL and to connect PyCharm and my MySQL. Okay. So go to the projects init file. So here one doubt will be there, that is here we are having two init files, right? One is in application and one is in project init file. So in which init file we need to write a code? So we need to write in a project init file. So why? Because in one project you'll be able to create a number of applications, right? So if you are writing a code in application init file, that importing process will be working only to that particular application. Okay, that importing process will be working for only particular application. Means suppose if you are creating another application in the same project, then that application will not be able to connect with the MySQL. So to avoid that, what we'll do is in the project init file only, if you are writing the importing process, then how many applications you create in the project, you will be able to access the MySQL and PyCharm connectivity. Okay. For that, we need to write import PyMySQL, import PyMySQL. Next, we'll be writing PyMySQL dot install underscore as underscore MySQL DB function. So in this M capital and in SQL total cap SQL whole capital and DB function. So this is used for making the connection between my PyCharm and my MySQL. Okay. So after performing the connection, what we need to do is go to the models and create a model here. Means whatever the model you want, that model we need to create. So let's create one model. So create class department DPRT. So this is a normal class which we have created, right? So whenever you are creating any class in model file, what we need to do is we need to make that class as a model class. So to make this as a model class, in this, I will be passing a parameter called models.model. So if you're writing this parameter, then this class will become as a model class. Okay. So in this, let's take some fields. The first field I will be taking is name. Name is equals to models dot name is of char field. So I'll go with the char field concept. So whenever we take char field, what is the mandatory thing is we need to write max underscore length. Max underscore length is equals to 40. Means this max underscore length specifies that this name variable will be able to hold only 40 letters. Okay, this name variable will be able to hold only 40 letters. After name, let's go for the another variable, that is location. Okay, so location is equals to models dot, again we need to write here char field because location will be mentioning in alphabets, right? So then again write max underscore length is equals to 60. Means in 60 letters you will be able to specify your address thing. Okay, so after that what we'll do is if I am connecting this to the admin side, then what is happening there, I will be able to see the object one created, object two created, data will be visible. But this data means whatever the name is their particular department name, that will not be visible, right? So to make that data visible, we'll be taking the help of a constructor. So which constructor we need to take is we need to take the help of string constructor. So to make the data available. So how to use string constructor? Def underscore underscore string in parenthesis self. Next, return dot self dot, sorry, not dot, return self dot name will be writing. Return self dot name. Okay. So whatever the char field options are there, that will be in a string format. Only that thing we need to register here. Self dot, that variable only we need to register. Suppose if you are going with the integer field and if you are registering here with the string constructor, then directly it will throw some error. Okay, we should not be doing like that. Okay. So next, create one more class here. Create one more class. Let's create a class as role. Let's create a class as role. Again, this class also, to make it as a model class, we'll be writing models dot model as a parameter. So in this class, I will create only one thing, that is role. I'll create only one variable, that is role. So for this role also, I will write models dot model need to specify your role also. After this role, what we will do is we'll try to add some constructor to this also. Okay. Uh, Role already there, right? Change the variable like role name. Role name, let's try. Okay. So in this, what we'll do is try to we need to take a constructor here to make this data also to visible. So for that, we'll take a help of string constructor again. Def underscore string self. Then next we'll write. Okay, these are the two classes which I have created. So now create a one more class also. Let's give this class name as employee. Employee. And in this also, I will not be inheriting any properties. Directly, I will be writing as models dot model. So models dot model, if you are writing, then what is happening? This class will become as a model class, right? So next, what we'll do is we'll try to add some fields like uh, first underscore name. So first underscore name is equals to models dot char field max underscore length is equals to 40. Means 40 letters. In 40 letters, you need to mention your first name. And next write like second underscore name. Second underscore name. Not second underscore. Let's write like last underscore name. Last underscore name is equals to models dot char field. So whenever we take char field, we need to mention how much type of data it need to be taken, right? So I'm mentioning that. So next what we'll do is we'll create one variable department. We'll create one variable that is department. So department is equals to models dot. We'll go with the concept called foreign key. We'll go with the concept called foreign key. So now what I'm doing is I'm just performing the model inheritance. Okay. So next foreign key, after writing foreign key, what we'll do is we'll write your department name, means which department you want to make it as a parent. That thing we'll be writing. So I want department to be parent. So I'll be writing department. Then, so whatever the things we are deleting on the parent, that things should be deleted from the child also, right? For that, I will be writing on underscore delete is equals to on underscore delete is equals to models dot cascade. I will be writing. Okay, what is use of on underscore delete is equals to models dot cascade means suppose if you are deleting the parent record, then the associated child record also will be getting deleted. Okay, so next after department, try to add some extra names like salary. So salary is equals to models dot, I'll go with the field called integer field. Okay, integer field. So next bonus. So bonus is equals to models dot bonus also will be in an integer field. So go with the concept called integer field. So next take one more variable that is role. So role is equals to again perform the same operation. That is we'll be writing models dot foreign key. So foreign key, which is a parent class, you are assuming that parent class we need to mention. So the parent class I will be mentioning as role. So next I need to write on underscore delete is equals to models dot cascade. Models dot cascade. So what is use of writing cascade? If your parent record is deleted, then the associated child record also should be deleting. So I'm writing role is equals to models dot foreign key. Okay. So next thing what we'll do is we'll go with the phone number. So phone number is equals to models dot. So phone number, if you're going, it is of content 10 digits, right? So integer field will be only accepting you 9 digits. If you want to accept 10 digits, then we'll be going with the big integer field concept. Okay, big integer field concept. Next, higher underscore date. So higher underscore date means at what date he is hiring, that will be going. So in this, we'll be going with the field called date field. So what is the use of date field? So date field will be maintaining the date in the format of year, month, and per day. Year, month, day format it will be storing. Okay. So next, what we'll do is we'll try to add constructor for this date also, because this date also I want to visible on the screen as it is, right? So press enter, add some constructor here. So how to add constructor? Def underscore underscore string return self dot first name. So self dot first name is the thing which I will be registering here. So now after this, what I want to do is I want to register this 3 classes on the admin side. So if you want to register this 3 classes on the admin side, what we need to do is we need to write the coding in the admin file. So admin file where it will be present, it will be present in the application. Okay, go to the application. In the application, you'll be able to find admin file, right? Go to the admin file. And first thing what we need to do is we need to import the models here. Means whatever the model classes are there, the whole model classes we need to import into admin side, right? Then only we will be able to register them on the admin side. So here, in 2 ways you can import. One is with the application name and one is with the dot method. So now I will use a dot method here. So why to use dot method means when we will use dot method means when both the files means model and admin, both the files, if it is present in one particular folder, then we will go with the dot model concept, dot concept. So here you can see admin.py and models.py, it is present in a one folder, that is application folder. So in that case, I am going with the dot extension. Okay, dot models import. So whatever the classes name we are given, that classes name we need to import here. So first one I have given as department, comma. Next I have given as role. So next I have given as employee. Okay, so next as employee. So now after this, what we'll do is to make the sites register, we'll be writing admin dot site dot register function. So by writing this function, what will happen means you'll be able to register your things. Means in this parameter, whatever you are writing the class name, that particular class will be registering on the admin side. So department got register. So next register admin dot site dot register function. In this, we need to register role. So next again write one more model also we need to register. For that admin dot site dot register function. So in this register function, I'll be registering my employee. So now you'll be getting a doubt. Sir, can I write all these 3 models in the same admin.site.register? Answer will be no. Why? Because this admin.site.register function will be able to accept only 2 parameters. If you are passing more than 2 parameters, it will not be accepting the parameters. Okay, will not be able to accept the parameter. So after performing this, what we'll do is directly go to the CMD and first perform make migration and migration. Okay, so what is the first command? Py manage.py make migrations. So what is the use of make migrations? Make migrations is used to collect our model data and it will be storing in one particular file. Okay, so here you can see whenever I perform migration, by default here one folder got created with the 00 underscore init, right? So in this you will be able to see our model details. So what is our models? How many models we have created? First one we have created as department, second one role, and third one as employee. So all our model details, what it is doing, it is collecting into one particular folder, means one particular file, and it is only that is use of make migration. Here ID field, by default Django will be creating ID field for each and every module whatever you create. Okay, so now go to the command prompt and after this perform the next command, that is migrate. So migrate. So what is the use of migrate? So migrate, whatever the migrations folder is there, that folder's data, it will be transferring into the table of format. Okay. That migrations folder data, it will be transferring into the table data. That is use of migrate command. And whenever you perform migrate, by default 10 tables will be created, and based upon our models some extra tables will be created. means by default 10 tables. How many models we have created? 3 models. Means totally how many tables it will create? Means it will totally create 13 tables. 10 by default Django tables. Go back to the MySQL and check how many tables got created. Okay. For that, we'll be typing a command called show tables. Show tables. So whenever you are pressing show 10 default, this 10 tables are by default, and these 3 tables are our own model tables. Okay. So how our model tables will be represented means it will be representing with application name and our class name, model class name. Okay. So PR software underscore app is common for this, right? Because same application in that class name was different. One was department, one was employee, and one was role. Okay. So next, what we'll do is we'll perform the next command, that is pymanage.py create super user. So why to create super user? Because by default in Django, admin page will be created, but will not be able to access it, right? So if you want to access it, you need to create a password and username. So that password and username will be created by using this command pymanage.py super user. So here we need to enter some name. So let's enter name as PRsoft. So I'm entering a PRsoft. If you're not entering any name PRsoft, then by default it will take as your system. As my system name is home, if I'm not mentioning any username, by default it will consider as home. Okay, press enter. So next it is asking for email. So let's give email prsoft@gmail.com. So here email is optional. If you don't want to give your email, you can skip that part. Okay. So next password. Let's give password as Django123. Okay. So here password will not be visible due to some security reasons. Django follows a high security that it will not be storing the same password in your database also. It will be storing a cryptic password. Django123. So now what it is saying, super user created successfully. So now super user created. Now what we need to do is we need to run the server and we need to check whether it is working or not. For that we'll be typing a command called py manage.py run server. So whenever you are typing run server, what is happening? Your server will be getting run. Copy the URL. Copy the URL and go to the Chrome and paste the URL there. It's getting open. So now enter here your name, soft. So next password, the Django123. So now here you can see your 3 models got registered to the admin site, right? Your 3 models got. So now what we'll do is we'll try to add some data and check. So first try to add department. Department I will be adding as DVLOPR. Department, right? Department, let's take like Python department. Location same, Hyderabad. So here 3 options are there. What is that? Save and add another. Means here the page will not be shifting to another page. Okay, they will be in the present same page only. So the next option you are having is save and continue editing. Save and continue editing will be using, means this present data whatever till now you have entered, that will be saved as it is, and whatever the changes you want to make, that you can perform. So normally if you're clicking on save, means directly it will take you to the different page where you will be able to see the department details. Okay, first I want to add some extra detail also, so I'll go with the save and add another. Here what is saying, department Python was added successfully. Next try to add one more department like Java. So location same, so add and save and add another. Try to add one more, that is C sharp. Instead of C sharp, let's go with the testing department. So location again Hyderabad. Save. So whenever I'm pressing save, what is happening? It is taking to me a different page. There you are able to see three departments. One is Python, Java, and testing department I have created, right? So now try to create a roles. So roles I will create here like SENIOR, senior, developer, senior developer. Okay, developer, senior developer. Save and add another. So next, junior developer I am saying. Okay, senior developer, junior developer, and one more I will add a role as team lead. Team leader I am saying. Okay, save and add another. So now in the roles, if you go, how many roles I am specifying in this? Team leader, junior developer, and senior developer I am doing. Okay, so now try to add employee details. Okay, so whenever you are trying to add employee details, how many references you are getting from department and one from role, right? So try to add employee details. First employee I will add as Aditya, Nehan, Aditya I'm saying. Okay, so add the department as Python. Let's give salary like 15,000, and the bonus I am expecting is 5,000, and the role I will specify as junior developer, and phone number. So phone number, whatever the phone number you want, that phone number you can give it randomly. So here I need to mention a hire date. So I'll give mentioning 23/3/28. Okay, save and add another. So one employee got added. So now try to add one more data, that is Harsha. So last name Vardhini. So let's take a department as Java. So let's go with the salary called 50,000, and the bonus I am expecting is 10,000, and role let's specify as a senior developer, and let's give some random phone number. Okay, some random phone number I have picked, and next add the hire date. So hire date, let's change the hire date from a month. Means let's give hire date as second month, and the date as 23. Let's give. Okay, save and add another. So now try to add one more employee detail also. So that let's take Venu, last name Gopal. Let's give department as testing department. Let's give salary, bonus, and role let's specify as team lead, and let's give phone number. Okay, so after entering phone number, enter the hire date also. So as a senior, it should be board, right? So 2022 I am giving is joining date and save. So now how many details you're able to see? 3 details, that is Aditya, Harsha, and Venu details, right? So now we'll go with the development part, that is we need to create a layout of this page. Okay, so first next step what we'll do is we'll try to create an index HTML. Okay, for base HTML where we need to visualize all the data. Okay, so directly first step we need to do is go to the views file, goes to the views file, and create a view there. Okay, create a view there. So how to create a view, I will explain that. So here write def. Whenever we are creating any function in the views concept, we will be using a def function name. Def index I am taking. Okay, def index is a function in this which I will be passing request as a parameter. So okay, request as a parameter, and I will write here return. So here what is my concept is I will be working with the HTML files, right? So whenever you are working with the HTML files, what we need to do is we need to connect HTML files and views concept, right? So in that case we'll be going with the method called render method. So here we are having totally three methods. One is render method, one is HTTP response method, and the third one is render method. Okay. So what is use of HTTP responses? It is just used to display the messages on the website, normal messages. If you are going with the render method, it is used for connecting templates and views file. Means HTML. In templates, we'll be having HTML files, right? So it is used for connecting HTML files and views. So if you're going with the method, third method, that is redirect method, it is used to connect views to views. Means in one project, if you're creating a number of applications and all the application views you want to connect, then you'll go with the redirect method. Okay. But as of now, I'll be going with the method called render method. I'll be going with the method called render method. Here I will be writing request. Request as a parameter I will be writing. So after writing request as a parameter, here give the HTML file name which you are creating. So let's give a file name as base.html. Base.html is a file name which I'm doing because now I am setting the first layout of my project. Okay. So for that, after giving your base.html, what we'll do is directly go to the templates directory and create a HTML file. HTML file we will be creating with the file name which we have mentioned in the views concept. Create a base.html. So after this, in this, what we'll do is we'll set some title here. So we'll set some title here. Let's give the title name as PRSoft space office management system. PRSoft office management system. Okay. So after setting the title, directly go to the body tag and here how many details you want to represent all the tags here. Okay. In the body, what I will do is I will just open one h1 tag. So in this h1 tag, what are the details you want to display? The details you'll be able to display. So but before that, if you want to add anything, so first we'll go with the div concept. Okay. Div class name. Okay. Whenever you go with the div, go with the class, right? So the class name, I'm writing it as a container. Okay. So inside this class container only, we'll need to create a tags. Means whatever the data you want to display, that will be creating inside the div concept. Okay. Enter into the div concept. Here, open one h1 tag. So in this h1 tag, what we'll do is we'll give some class names. So in this h1, write class is equals to C1TIINA. So in the h1 tag, I'm writing the class name. Okay. So in this class name, let's change the class name as container1 because previously also I have taken as a container. So change the name to container1. So in this h1 tag, add some details, means the message like PR soft office management system. PR software office management SYS system is a thing which we will be representing. Okay. So after this, let's change the title name like office management system. In that, the heading will be giving as a PR software management system. Okay. So after h1 tag, what we'll do is open, take some a tag and create an ID. So ID is equals to, let's create an ID as dim. So ID name I'm taking. So after ID name, what I want to do is I want to establish a connection between this. So whenever we are establishing a connection, we'll be going with the href concept because href concept is used for linking purpose, right? So now what is my concept? Whenever I'm clicking on my particular add an employee button, it needs to redirect to the HTML, add HTML file, right? So that's why I'm using here href tag. So href slash all underscore emp. So all underscore emp means that is my name, which I'll be giving, comma, role is equals to which type of role you want to give, that role we need to mention. The role type, I want to take it as a button. The role type which I want to do is button. So next, after writing your button, so here what is the message you want after this? That message we need to give. So the message I will be giving as view employee. So view employee, what it will do, it will be displaying us the employee details. So copy this same thing. So now, so paste this thing. How many details I want? 4, right? So next second, make this ID as a ID1. And if instead of displaying all underscore employee, what it need to display in the next tag? It need to display add, right? Add underscore EMP. Add underscore employee details I need to display. Okay. So I'm writing add underscore display. So after this button tag, instead of view employee, I need to add mention the add employee. Add underscore employee. So next, instead of this demo1, so let's make this as a demo2 ID. So in this ID also, I don't want to display all employee. What is the details I want to display is remove underscore employee. Okay, remove underscore employee, role type button. Next here, change the message that to remove employee. Remove employee. Okay. So next, change the next ID also. Next ID also change this to ID number 3. Instead of here, what we need to do, here we need to write a file called filter employee, because based upon some conditions we are filtering, right? So here filter filter employee will be writing. Okay, this is our normal HTML thing. So after this, what we need to do is how to filter. This thing is finished, body is done, HTML is done. So now what we need to do is we need to add some body, means color, tag, all that should be there, right? So for this, go with the style tag, inline CSS, let's subtract. Style is equals to BSCK background hyphen color colon. Let's take a color as wheat. Let's take color as wheat. This means whatever the background is there, that background should be totally of wheat color. Okay. So now what we'll do is we'll try to add some alignment to it. So how to add alignment means in the title tag, let's open one style tag. Let's open one style tag. So in this style tag, using hash. Hash is what? It is used to access the IDs, right? So access the first ID, that is demo. So in this, what are the changes you want? The changes you can represent. Means like demo. In this demo, I want a changes like a text hyphen DCO decorator. Text hyphen decorator is equals to none is the option which I required. So after this, let's go with the border. Border is equals to colon 2px. So 2px is the border size which I required. So insert, one second. I'll go with the insert concept, that is light blue. Means the lining should be there, right? The lining which I have shown, that lining for the purpose will be going with this concept. Next, color I required as black. Color I required as black. Okay. So after color, what we'll do is we'll set with the margin hyphen left. The margin which I required is left, and the size of the margin let's set as 20px. So margin size is 20px. So next, go with the border. Okay, border of the thing, border hyphen radius. Border hyphen radius is equals to 7px is a thing which I am setting. Okay. So once run this and check. Before running this, try to create an URL for this view, whatever we have created. So go to the projects URL file. Projects URL file. Here what we'll do is first we'll try to import it from, where is our views file? Views file is present in our application, right? So try to import from application, import views. Means from prsoft underscore app import views. Import views. And here the indexing concept will be starting with this path function. So in this path function, let's write like some dummy name like index slash comma views dot what is the function we have created? Index function, right? So access index function. So once go to the server and refresh and check here. So in the background, I have not breaked any server. So server is working perfectly. So I'm not disturbing it. Directly go to the server and remove all this stuff and press enter. So you're able to see 2 pages. So try to access your index. Try to access your index. So here, whenever I'm accessing this, what is happening? PRsoft Office Management System it is displaying, right? But here, I need to make this alignment a little bit side. And here you can see underline and the light blue color you are able to see, right? So that is because of this thing. That is of border insert light blue. If you are using this function, you will be able to set the border for your program. Okay. So you'll be able to set a border for the program. So like that only try to set all the images, means try to copy this whole thing. In the style tag only we need to mention 2, 3, 4. And here the next class which we'll be accessing is instead of demo, I'll be accessing the second ID, that is demo 1. So after accessing this ID, next access another ID, that is demo 2. So next ID for demo 3. So same code, I'm not repeating the code again and again, just the same code I'm applying to all the details. So once refresh the page, you're able to see all the details you are getting. But here, I need to make this detail somewhat side and I want to arrange this thing in the whole box, right? So try to add one more CSS part for the whole container. Okay. So how to add it? Here, inside the style tag only, try to open one more tag, that is dot. So dot is what? Universal thing, right? So dot container. So the class name, what is the class name? Container. So for that container, already I've done all the settings. But now what I need to do is for the container one, all the things I want to arrange in one particular thing. So I'll go with the concept called container one. So in this, I'll be writing a code that is border. Border is equals to 2px, means the size of the border I'm giving 2px solid, SOLID, solid. Okay. So after this, we'll write the width. Width of the project, I need a width as 60% width I'm mentioning. So next, margin hyphen left. Margin hyphen left is equals to how much margin you want? 20% margin I required. So I'm adding 20%. So next right here, margin hyphen top, means whatever my margin is there, that should be compulsory aligned at the top. So I'm going with a 5%. Okay, 5% margin top I have taken. So next, arrange the text, right? So text hyphen ALIJ, align, text hyphen align colon center. Means what is happening here? Previously, my details, this was side, right? So now this details will be coming inside the box and this details will be moving to the center. Okay. So next, I need a background color for that also, means for that box also. For that, I'll write background hyphen color colon light blue. Okay. So now check the background whether code is running properly or not. Break the server once, run the server again. Yeah. Now go to the page and refresh and check whether it is working or not. So it is working, but the color has not been set, right? So once check where we have done a wrong. Background hyphen color colon. Okay. So this mistake we have done, light blue. So now refresh the page. So now you will be able to see we are getting employee details, that is in a office PRsoft office management system, and these are the 4 details which we are getting. Okay. So till now we'll practice here. So in the next class we'll continue with the next part. In that, we'll be saying how to view all the details and how to add an employee details. Okay. In the next video, we'll be continuing the class.